First off, I want to thank everyone for all the support through all the comments, all the amazing comments, all the likes, all the dislikes. We really appreciate all the support you guys give us. And if you guys don't know, we do lives twice a week, Wednesday and Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. So if you want to hang out with us, 7:30 p.m. Central Time every Wednesday and Saturday. We also have stickers available. If you guys like to purchase any, contact us through the email or Instagram. All the information is in the description. And I want to shout out a new channel that could definitely use your guys' support, 3 Minute Knives. I will link his channel in the description, 3 Minute Knives. Please go check him out and give him a follow. Bang! Needs Knives. I'm Jared. My lovely wife Kara's busy. And this is top 5 knives with a bolster. Now this knife doesn't quite have a bolster lock. It's just an inlay, because even though it acts very similar to a bolster lock, seeing that it acts as an over travel stop to the lock bar so I can't unspring it, it also stops me from putting pressure on the lock bar when I deploy it. It's still not a bolster lock, so it can't quite make the list, but this is the Quest Custom Wharncliffe Gent. Still an amazing knife, but it's not a real bolster lock. The next one isn't a real bolster lock either. This is the Wii Vapor, and just like the Quest Custom Gent, it's just an inlay, and it does the same thing as a bolster lock does, but it's not quite a real bolster lock. But the Wii Vapor is still an amazing knife. Now this next one, this looks like a real bolster lock, but it's still not a real bolster lock. This is the Civivi Trailblazer. And if it was a bolster lock, it wouldn't be a slip joint. But this is a slip joint, so it can't be a bolster lock, because a bolster lock is more like a frame lock. But this is still an incredible knife, and it looks very similar to a bolster lock, kind of a faux bolster lock. Review coming very soon on this. I love the way this thing looks. Now this next one, this is more of a reverse bolster lock, but it's not a real bolster lock because it's a reverse. I guess, you could say it's a real bolster lock because it's a real reverse bolster lock, but this is the ConSept Muhair, M-U-J-I-R. Incredible knife, Dirk Pinkerton design. I just did the review on it. Beautiful carbon fiber. It also comes in other materials like Damascus, and they have non-coated handles, but what a good knife. Amazing front flipping action, and yeah, awesome knife. I just did the review on this if you guys want to check it out. So now to the real list. The Twosun TS290 is a real bolster lock. And if you notice, the carbon fiber down here acts as an over travel stop so I don't unspring the lock, and it also stops me from putting pressure on the lock bar when I flick it. But I can still get the strength from my hand when applied onto the lock bar. So when I'm cutting, I'm still able to give the benefits of a frame lock, because when you squeeze a frame lock, you actually squeeze the lock bar tighter so it doesn't fail. So it actually makes a frame lock knife stronger when you're squeezing it. So you still get the benefits. And this is kind of a harpoon, or a reverse harpoon blade shape. And it is in 14C28N, this one. But I just did the top 5 14C28N knives, but I have so many knives in 14C28N. I love the blade steel, and they can't all make the list because it was only a top 5. But very good knife. Beautiful carbon fiber, nice milled titanium, and yeah, great knife. Nice and thin behind the edge, even though it does have a nice thick blade stock. Next, we have the Custom Knife Factory M-Pad. Now, these knives are made in limited runs. I forget how many they make, probably about 200 of each maybe more. This is number 85, an M390. Beautiful stone washing, kind of a harpoon drop point blade shape. Nice strong blade shape, and the carbon fiber is a marbled carbon fiber that's very, very well done. And since they are done in limited runs, they actually send you a whole package of new hardware. They even come with a new clip, all new screws, and even new multi-row bearings. So, and yes, this runs on multi-row bearings, and it comes with an extra set just in case if you lose one or something. But very, very smooth. The ergos on this thing are very, very nice. It, you know, this handle shape is great in the hand. It really locks in. It's got a good thickness to it, so you can really get a good squeeze. And like we were talking about before, where you can apply pressure to the lock bar, you definitely can with this. And a very useful blade shape. And yeah, great knife. Nice, decent sized stop pen. Good action. A little bit of a lighter detent, but still works good. The Custom Knife Factory M-Pad. Next, if you watched my 14C20 or top 5 14C28N blade steel knives, then you've probably seen the Twosun TS267. This is another bolster lock knife that I love very much, and it's such a good knife. Clip point buoy. Incredible action. This thing is incredibly smooth and very easy to reverse flick or top flip, and it feels really good in the hand. It's a very comfortable. Everything's chamfered really nicely. It's nice and soft. Great size. It's not like really large, but it's also not small. It's you know, in that that medium size range, but it just works great for EDC. The blade shape is super useful. Love the blade steel, and it's just done so well. I could definitely get rid of this hole right here. I don't like that. But on the other side, they did, you know, give you a fake version of the hole underneath the clip, but it's still there, so the clip works incredibly well. This is such a good titanium clip from Twosun. But I guess, you know, it does take a little bit of weight relief away, but the carbon fiber is so, you know, beautiful. I just wish they would have just left a nice, you know, just a nice piece of carbon fiber on there. They could have had the hole in the titanium, but because I never would have seen it. But yeah, great knife. Love this knife so much. It does have ceramic bearings that are on a racetrack, and it has an internal stop pin. Great knife. Okay, now I have to apologize because the next two I do not have here, but I have a video of them. So, the first one, the Twosun TS162. This knife, this one is an S90V and carbon fiber and titanium, you know, just like the other knives. And the bolster is done very well. It's rounded and contoured so nicely. It's one of the most comfortable knives I've ever handled. This knife is done so good, I even compared it to the Ruike K3. I have a video on that if you ever want to see it. This is a large knife, 9 inches in length, 4-inch blade, but even though it's such a big knife, the blade is super duper slicey, very, very slicey. Great action, and it's just done so good. Everything on this knife is done very well. The Twosun TS162. Next, the Twosun TS223, the Monarch. Possibly my favorite bolster lock knife that I own in my collection. It has amazing, amazing action. The carbon fiber is done very well, and I love the look of this knife. I love the drop point blade. I love how slicey it is. I love the choil. The ergos are great. The clip works so good. So many things are done right on this knife. And I remember when I first seen it, I wanted it so bad. It reminded me so much of another knife. Now, this is a large knife, 3.5-inch blade, about a little over 8 inches in total length, if I remember correctly. That came in 14C28N and M390. This is the original one, the 14C28N, which they don't even make anymore, I don't think. I think they only have the M390 versions, but incredible, incredible knife. And I love it very, very much. And you can still get the M390 ones. I think they're in stonewash though, instead of the satin blade. That is the one difference. The 14C came with a satin blade. But there you guys go. The Twosun TS223 Monarch. And thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. Peace.